Recording. Hey everybody, welcome to Swagger TV. Hi. It's me, Tasha, and
Jonathan.
And we're back. I know we haven't been here in a while. It's been like a few weeks. Lots happened, as you can tell. The backdrop is different. Myself and Chaz and James, we moved to a new home. Jonathan's been busy working and doing all other kinds of things, so life just kind of happened. Burning. He's a little sunburned. You can't tell the redness.
My goodness.
But yeah, we should be back on a pretty average schedule again now that things have settled down a tiny bit. So we're gonna start with some events that are happening here soon in June.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of clustered stuff are happening.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it seems like everybody agreed that certain weekends seem to be the best choice, and then all of a sudden, all of them are around the same time. So, tell us a little bit about League Challenge that we actually have coming up.
Okay, so here in this area, one of the local leagues is just called Bristol League.
Yeah, like Pokemon. I think they're Pokemon League of Bristol.
Pokemon League of Bristol. We're actually going to be hosting an LC with them. It's going to be June 23rd at Pop Culture in Bristol, Tennessee, and it's going to be kind of cool because it's going to be like the first LC in this area. So we're hopefully going to be bringing quite a bit of people. I mean, we had a cities in this year in Abingdon that brought in a fair amount of people. So we're hoping to, with this LC, because it's actually going to be championship points, to bring in quite a bit of people.
Especially for those who are just last minute trying to get some extra points in for before Worlds and Nats and trying to get those placements.
Exactly. And it's going to be a standard tournament. We want to give as much opportunity for people to practice for Nats as much as they can. And Fates Collide is 100% legal with this now, which is going to be awesome. So those Night March people can play the Mew, and then pretty much that's about it. And Mew and N. That's pretty and the pink DCE.
Oh, yeah. Key.
Exactly. And then, it's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, we have to cap it at 24 just because of the space. But 24 people is still pretty good.
It's still a solid LC size,
yeah,
I
definitely.
think.
So, we're excited. So hopefully, what this will do is hopefully Pokemon will see, okay, we're judging and we're hosting an LC. Now you're a league can. That's what I'm thinking. Well, so that we can host LCs every season.
We should be able to after September, I believe, anyway.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a really exciting venture for the league.
One thing, I was talking to Nate. Nate is part of our league. I was talking to Nate last night. It'd be awesome if we can get with Asheville, get with Sevierville, and get with Johnson City. Well, can they host LCs?
Yeah.
But Johnson City, and then hopefully soon Pop Culture. I mean, they still got a while.
And do a mini marathon.
But do like a mini marathon. So each weekend have an LC, or make one LC.
Well, what I was gonna say was like if you did that, but have like 4 days worth, because Kentucky, like Middle Tennessee and Kentucky, kind of have that where it's like Friday LC, Saturday LC, Sunday LC. So that way people just kind of congregate in one area.
I think that'd be cool.
So basically somebody could say, okay, I'm going to get a hotel in Johnson City, and I'm going to go to Sevierville's, then Johnson City's, and then Bristol's, and then,
And then, if you're right on the borderline of Worlds, and you don't have a lot of LC points going towards your World invite,
that'll be a really
great opportunity to help you get over that line to be able to get your invite, which is big. Which is very big.
Most of the marathons actually happen, I think, in the fall and in the winter anyway, because people are really pushing for points early on.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
That would be really cool if we end up getting the thumbs up from Pokemon in September and then plan something, like November-ish, because I don't think anything really happens in November Pokemon-wise. Regionals is in October. The fall regionals are. So
I don't know.
So November should be pretty easy to do. Something to consider. Food
definitely.
for thought.
Definitely.
So we got that. June 25th, VNC Asheville, which is the Asheville Pokemon League, is having an Alakazam League challenge on June 25th at their store at Hillside Games. So go out and support them and get some more points if you need it.
And there's an LC in Sevierville today, which a few of our people from our league are going to. So more power to them. And it's actually kind of cool. They have no entry fee at this LC.
Interesting.
Yeah, no entry fee. Which I think is actually kind of cool.
That is
hard
cool.
Because how else would you get prize support? But
right, yeah. Well, it could be that. I mean, it's Keith Haas who'll be running it.
Exactly.
And he's
one of the best judges.
Yeah, one of the best judges in the Pokemon community. Exactly. So I'm sure he might just have some leftover stuff that he's just gonna throw in there. Actually, also today, so one thing we've discussed before. Within our area, since we are pretty rural and Pokemon is really just now over the last 6 months expanding, there is a new league starting up in Wise, Virginia. If you're out in Southwest Virginia, if you're out in the counties like Lee, Buchanan, Dickinson, Norton, things like that, might be worth checking out. Cavalier Comics in Wise, they're actually having their first tournament today at 1 o'clock. So if you're out that way, definitely go check it out. Go have some fun. Support a new league. Highly recommend supporting new leagues because if they know they could potentially have attendance or people come to their tournaments on a semi-regular basis, they're going to continue doing them. And as they continue doing those tournaments, that just means more opportunities for the people here in this area so they don't have to travel 3-4 hours for an LC or whatever. So
exactly,
go out and support the Pokemon community, new and old.
Definitely.
Basically is what we're saying.
And I definitely want to take a trip out there one day. I just got to figure out
when. Yeah. I'm hoping to be able to communicate with the guy that's up there that, that he's welcome to come down and see what we do. And I would like to go up and see what he does and see how we can collaborate and make things work. Because really an hour, it's really just a little bit over an hour.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So it wasn't, not bad at all. Yeah. So, and then we have some cool things upcoming in July. I mean, July is when we have another set.
Woo! Another one.
I'm still just like, woo, Fates Collide, get all the cards, it's gonna be awesome, and like everybody else is like moving on.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll always be behind. I guess because I just never look at the cards super early.
There was some good stuff in Fates Collide, but it definitely wasn't like a breakthrough or Phantom Forces or anything like that. Yeah. So there wasn't a lot of really playable, especially like the only top tier cards in there are N and Mew.
Well, yeah. Well, people had Zygarde.
Oh, Zygarde, yeah, that's pretty true.
And Regirock seems to be really popular. I was hoping Alakazam was going to have more of a showing, but he's really done nothing.
It's really not.
I don't think people have figured out how to run him yet, and I'm hoping that with the coming sets there might be more
it took Rainbow
cards.
Road how many sets before people started? Well, 2
3 sets.
Yeah, before people started thinking, oh, we could do it with this.
Yeah, we saw Rainbow Road at Virginia Regionals, which was in February.
That's what Rowan
January.
won. That's what.
Yeah, that's Rowan 1 played, and that's what Xander played, and he did really well.
When Rainbow Road first came out,
I remember you building.
I saw the potential of the deck, which I'll talk about something kind of funny in a second. I saw the potential in the deck, and so I built something. Now, granted, it's nowhere near what people do, have it nowadays. Yeah. But the basics of it was still there. What I did is I built it. It's the Xerneas with, I don't know what the attack is.
I can't think of it either. But we know which one it is. I mean.
I have it. Where's the attack? With the Rainbow Force.
Oh, that's what it was. I knew it was Rainbow something.
Yeah, Rainbow Force attack. And what I did is I built it with a lot of random basics, but just small basics. So what I've noticed is I have concepts of decks that have potential of being really good decks, but then when I make them, they're kind of like blah. But then like a set or two later, someone was like, "Oh, we can put this in there." Yep, that's amazing. So that's like I have concepts of really good decks, but I just can't build a really good deck.
Right, yeah, you get you have the solid base.
Exactly.
Okay, but can't seem to perfectly execute.
Like, no, you can just add this. Oh, yeah, that makes so much sense. Like, they're playing it with Darkrai, they're playing it with Hoopa, they're playing with, of course, Shaman, they're playing it with...
Do you remember what you had? I feel like you had Lucario?
No, I had Hawlucha in mine.
Hawlucha, oh yeah.
But all of mine were, and they're playing to be able to hit with turn 1. They've been playing with Ho-Oh, like the older Ho-Oh, not the newer one.
Right, the rebirth one.
Yeah, the rebirth one, and yeah, that makes sense to be able to hit turn 1 with that. But I think I'd much rather, because it's all based on bench Pokemon, so. I think I would much rather still play the Ninetales where you can't get rid of a stadium. But it's still really scary because the item card that gets rid of stadium, there's some attacks that get rid of stadium.
Are people playing with Octillery? Because I've seen it played with Octillery.
I don't know. I know I've seen Keldeo for the water. I don't know if they play Octillery or not. But there's a lot of things that get rid of stadiums, so I guess I understand. But it's crazy.
That's nuts. But yeah, so, I mean, just a lot of crazy things happening right now in Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Spring Regionals was exciting. We saw some oddball decks up in top tiers.
Yeah, we did. I mean, Rainbow Road was up there.
Did you see the Zoroark Ninetales deck?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, man.
Like
it was like
4/4.
Ninetales? Yeah, it was like, and the one of the newer Ninetales, and then the Ninetales that stopped stadiums. I mean, it was in day 2. I was like, what is this?
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad people are thinking outside of the box.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because I love Pokemon, but by the time you get to day 2, you see the same 3 decks. Mm-hmm. At least it feels like it.
And see, what's kind of cool nowadays is most of the people who are going to be in tops pretty much already have their invites. Mm-hmm. So they're going to start they're going to start playing kind of rogue decks, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's nice to see something different.
Mm-hmm. It'd be interesting to see Rowan just play some oddball. I mean, he played Rainbow Road.
And he won Massachusetts regionals in the junior H division. So what is he now, like best player in the world, something like that?
I think he's like 2nd or 3rd.
Oh, of course.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But if he wins Nats, he's going to 1st.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But one thing we started doing out sidetracked is July 23rd. Sorry. Mm-hmm. There's a lot happening on July 23rd.
Yeah.
Steam Siege is coming out, and so the pre-releases are going to be starting. So on July 23rd, Asheville, North Carolina, as well as Pop Culture are having...
In Bristol, Tennessee.
Are having the pre-releases for Steam Siege. And then also July 23rd in Johnson City at G2K, Tasha's having a tournament called Typhlosion Throwdown.
Yeah.
So there's lots of stuff happening that day. Lots of Pokemans.
Yeah, it's all the days of Pokemans.
Do you know, like, when you're wanting registration stuff to be?
Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is registration from 12 to 1. Make it an afternoon thing. I know that Johnson City usually has their league till about 2 o'clock. So, or we might make it 1 to 2. So when his league ends, they can just stay and keep going, and then go to the tournament. Hoping to stream that as well. The Typhlosion Throwdown. So stay tuned for that. I should have more information. As we get closer to July. Let's just focus for June right now.
Definitely.
Since we got a lot going on. And hopefully we will be able to stream the League Challenge on June 23rd.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So
I want to get it, because there's been people expressing interest coming in this area to play, but not a lot of people play in this area from other areas because they don't get the championship points.
Right, exactly. So, it's not that they wouldn't be willing to travel. Exactly. They just have to make it worth it.
Exactly. And that
would be a big...
We should be getting them in, hopefully.
Yeah.
Carson, granted he already has his invite, but Carson is one of our players in the Asheville area, and he wants to come down and play. But like I said, he already has his invite as